All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to another great session with the presidential candidate of the fictional Common Sense People's Party. Now, I have said for the umpteenth time on this channel that the consequences of bad governance, corruption, and impunity are far-reaching. No one can be totally immune. If you applaud an act of impunity today, when the tables turn, there will be no one to speak for you. Few months ago, the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal turned the Constitution on its head to uphold the fraudulent declaration of INEC. Under normal circumstances, every Nigerian, including the actors from other political parties, were supposed to rise to defend the integrity of our Constitution. But some Nigerians made it a tribal and religious issue. And that was how we stirred up useless aboriginal sentiments and made a mess of our constitution and of our country. But just as I said, the consequences of impunity will reach everybody. The APC have now spread their net of impunity across the 36 states of Nigeria. Some of the states, as a matter of fact, some of the politicians and citizens who supported their impunity during the tribunal are now crying foul because they have now become victims. As I speak to you, there is tension in Plateau, Nasarawa, and most prominently Kano State, because the APC is now using the courts, the judiciary, to impose their candidates on the states after they were massively rejected at the polls. The most prominent case of unrest and tension is that of Kano State. The people of Kano have staged 4 massive protests in 8 days, rejecting APC and TINUBU. But now, the leadership of the party that the APC is trying to rob, the NNPP, has come out to tell ECOWAS, European Union, UK, and USA that if their mandate is not restored by the courts, that if APC goes ahead to steal that mandate, they said the violence that will erupt in Kano will affect the whole northern Nigeria, the whole Africa, and indeed the entire world. Before I show you what they said and how Nigerians reacted, let me quickly show you this video where Bismarck Rewane hit the nail on the head as regards the 27.5 trillion naira budget presented by TINUBU to the National Assembly yesterday. He said what the people want to see is impact, not fake figures. See the video.
On our feet, we must get rid of those things. That's the thing. And in the end, it's budgetary arithmetic, budgetary mathematics and economics is of no use to anybody except when, by this time, 6 months' time, if we are buying rice at 40,000 naira a bag rather than 60,000 naira a bag, if we are buying bread at 900 naira a big loaf instead of 1,300, which we are doing today, if we are buying beans and gari at lower prices, then the people begin to say, the people are not interested in whether the budget is balanced and what the debt is. How does it affect their day-to-day livelihood? That is the key thing. And as you know, prices are up, but also incomes are down. And people are under tremendous pressure. You will notice that in the streets of Lagos in particular, the number of lunatics you see have increased. And part of it driven by poverty.
Right. Mental health issues.
Health issues. Yeah, people are pushed to the wall.
Incredible impact on mental health.
And you see them all over the place. Some of them walking across the road, even moving traffic, because they've lost hope. So.
All right. So looking at this, it's called the Renewed Hope Appropriation Bill. Does it inspire hope for you?
No.
Looking at the breakdown.
I think the manifesto of the government this election was Renewed Hope.
Renewed Hope.
So I think that it's that's just a manifesto. It's a nomenclature. It doesn't matter what. Like I said, the most important thing is not hope. Hope is not a strategy, mind you.
Right.
Right. It's So the truth is that people need to feel the impact, and you do not do. The impact is not going to be felt because of 10 or 12% of GDP. That is 27 trillion naira. It has to be more. And where is the more going to come from? The more is going to come from investors. Investors are going to come here when they are sure that the money is safe and the environment is clean and you can look forward to a brighter future. That is work in progress. It's not going to be done like a light switch. We are going to have to see it right? We have to feel it, and we have to be honest with ourselves. And that's the big thing. Honesty is in short supply.
And at this point, Nigerians seem really giddy, at this time.
Yeah,
they want to see action.
Absolutely.
They want to feel the impact.
They either, you see, one thing you can fake news, but you can't fake prosperity. People cannot start pretending.
You heard him. He said honesty is in short supply in this government. He said you can fake news, but you can't fake prosperity. This government has taken over a great part of the media to continue to run propaganda for them. But this man is saying when the people cannot feel it, when the people are wallowing in abject poverty, there is only how far your propaganda can go before the people turn on you. And that is why Nigerians are now turning on the APC. Gradually, everyone that matters in this country will come to declare publicly that the APC is the worst thing that has ever happened to this country. Now, let us look at what the leadership of the NMPP told the international community concerning Kano State election judgment. Look at how the papers reported it. Denying us Kano mandates will ignite crisis. NMPP tells ECOWAS, EU, UK, US. The leadership of the New Nigeria People's Party, NMPP, has said that denying the party its mandate in Kano would lead to a crisis that would extend beyond Nigeria to other African countries. The national auditor of NMPP, Ladipo Johnson, read a statement signed by the acting national chairman of the party, Abba Kawu Ali, at the offices of the Economic Community of West African Commission, ECOWAS, European Union, American Embassy, and British High Commission on Wednesday to protest the verdict of the Kano governorship election at the Tribunal and Appeal Court. Said there are clandestine moves to truncate the will of the vast majority of the people of Kano State with respect to the governor they elected on March 18th, Abba Kabir Yusuf. He said the atmosphere in Kano was already charged as the people already feel cheated by the 2019 general election. He said the party was not taking the developments with the certified true copy of the appeal court judgment lightly and will do anything within the ambit of the law to take what the entire world knows is ours. While the NMPP has proceeded to the Supreme Court to seek redress, we are concerned with the peace and stability of Kano State, in particular northern Nigeria in general. We therefore urge the Supreme Court to embrace substantial justice by restoring the mandate of the people of Kano State and His Excellency Abba Kabir Yusuf. As we head towards this next level of adjudication, which of course is the final, there is palpable tension in Kano. The city's atmosphere is enveloped in anger, with a sense of shock and agony pervading every discussion on the streets, offices, and homes. To say that there is a combustible mix of provocation and betrayal welling up in the minds of the citizens of Kano is an understatement. The people are bitter, enraged, exasperated, and fuming with fury. The security situation today in Kano State has become unprecedented, he said. We hasten to put it on record this moment for global leaders that this is an ill-advised move, which consequences will reverberate not only in Nigeria, but also in Africa and the whole world. The deliberate hijack of a people's mandate in Kano will no doubt have consequences politically, economically, and socially, especially in the light of its humanitarian repercussions. The party also called on concerned stakeholders, including but not limited to the Vice President, Kashim Shettima, Northern Governors Forum, Northern Senators Forum, Northern House of Representatives Forum, Northern Conference of Speakers, Northern Elders Forum, Northern Christian Association, and the Council of Ulamas from the 19 northern states to also draw the attention of the President and the Supreme Court to ensure substantial justice is delivered to NMPP and the Kano people. Now, this is a very strong warning. These people are sending strong warning that the violence that will erupt if APC attempts to take their state over will be massive. And this is what we want. This may just be the much needed trigger for this revolution that is looming in the air. And look at how Nigerians responded. Look at some of the tweet reactions. This tweet here says, "You guys are wasting time with all these petitions. Just hit the streets with your supporters. Enough of this rubbish judiciary is doing." And Mr. Benefit here says, The people you are crying to are waiting for the crisis so they can sell you ammunition. Only you can save you. And this tweet right here says, Kanawa, you will protest tire. When the judges' injustice started from the top, presidential, you remained silent. Some of you even celebrated that injustice. And your leader, Kwankwaso, played a role in TINUBU's emergence in his enmity against Atiku. So now you are receiving the dividends. And Ibrahim Umar here says, something must happen. Kano people, you should be prepared for that. Everything has an effect. If you want good, do the needful. Otherwise, you will reap what you sow. And Michael here says, this man is inciting violence. Your brother made Hope Uzodinma governor, and you all applauded him. Oga, you will leave that seat and nothing will happen. What goes around comes around. And this tweet by Abba Musa says, APC wants to use judiciary to steal Kano's mandate as they did in 2019. We, the Kano people, voted Yusuf Abba. Ibrahim here says, Abba won. Lives and properties should be protected by doing the right thing. Well, I don't care. Let violence erupt there. If this is how the much needed revolution is going to start, then so be it. Anyway, make I leave am here. Make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because of una. Now I dey here. So, don't go away. Don't go.